completed. But now, Sleepy and the rest of the squad here pushing forward onto Voin Donkey. Bigger Gaycore just on the front line, setting out a few of the flashbangs, just looking to suppress the advances coming through from Hora, but that's not going to be enough. The Ascend is there. Gaycore gets dropped right on down. Now the follow-up is going to come in here as we do see No Fear pushing on forward. That is going to be Voin Donkey, the next team down, but they're not out of the woods as BTR also comes rushing on forward. Hora needs to keep their heads on a swivel, need to keep that pacing going. DRX are going to be feeling a little bit of the heat here as well. As you can see, XQZZ now getting picked up and traded off. Down they go. No Fear, great opportunity, good angle. But still got to get into the zone and find a safe spot to call home for the time being.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely true, but 911 kind of low on that HP. He barely just manages to get into the safe side. He's also the last guy remaining, if I'm correct, as Sky Hora. He gets finished off. And with Hora being on the very edge of the momentum so far, that's 5 eliminations, but it's not going to help you because you're in no capable position to get even one more elimination for yourself. You even try to take the fight, you're going to be taken down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. DRX is going to take them down. Now Sim9 on our screen with Yangon Galacticos being on the front lines as Deathstorm gets a finisher, and Champion Esports, that's the 5th elimination. They're also going to have another win.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is that the DBS is not a long-range weapon, but you don't need it in this close-quarter engagement that Boom now finds themselves in. It is going to be Octa and Mastery already knocked on down, and with that, the entire squad gets swept away. Absolutely amazing showing. Tribe out of here, Boom Esports out of here, Hora out of here. So this now opens up the gate for Alter Ego.
That's also obliterated this match out. Vampire closing from one direction, Bigatron from another one. Both parties are going to shoot at Alva, and Alva, as soon as he's going to be taken down, it's over. Alter Ego out of the match, and there's a lot of climbs up and down into the leaderboard. Tribro Messi getting eliminated with 70 points and 1 in this match. 55 for a total of 4 and 6 in this match. Alter Ego with just 2, and the top 3, they're still gonna stay the same, but with different
absolute back positioning over there. It's gonna be Shield now, just dipping out of that spray down as Team Secret now turns their focus onto the side of the squad, looking to see if they can make it go boom. But here we have it. Jigay quickly going in for that res. Talon having a pretty tough time getting themselves back up onto a slightly more elevated position, but I like Yuhai's angle there coming through from Sem9 up. Ooh, on the mountain, the blue zone is gonna eat them alive, unfortunately. And with that, it is the end of Sem9. A few more players are going to start to cross
the top 5. 15 players are remaining. 24 minutes have passed so far. Romeo Boy slowly, steadily pushing forward back to the mountaintop. 17 seconds before this stage even closes up. Stage number 7 commences. We do have to see what the stage number 7 is going to bring up. What's going to bring in for the team and for the Heat. BTR, Yangon Galacticos. There we go. Yangon receiving the damage this time. The grenade comes over from Urena all the way to the Secret, getting 1 player, 2 player down. Secret is down to the last. Risey also gets knocked down by the Vampires, and it's a knock and a confirmation in a single instance going around.
Now Optimus alongside Federal left to defend for the team, but we say goodbye to Team Secret as Arena comes in quite swiftly. Now pushing the overall tally here to 8 eliminations. They could very well finish on double digit, but we'll find out if that is going to be the play. Now it's going to be Yangon Galacticos prepping up a few utilities as they do look to push on forward. Federal is going to just peer over that ridge, finds a quick bit of an opening, just pushing that back onto the side here of Yangon Galacticos. Now Master Smile cooking up. Bernard Boy, oh, the headshots flying straight across the way, but not a good position here for Bigatron by Vitality to be in, as they will get absolutely obliterated. Off they go. Start to mount. As you can see, Sem9 looking to squeeze in over onto the edge. They are, of course, not alone in the area, as you've got so many teams now all converging. But it is going to be Secret looking to kick the party off, as it is going to be Atomic now to get traded. The rest of Champions now looking to reposition, as this is not the most optimal position for them to fight from. Team Tribe Eremacy rather down in the swamp area. Going to be looking to ride the ridge line, spotting out a few potential angles, trying to see if they can maybe get the res up to rig, but doesn't seem like that is going to be an easy one to pull off. DRS now also finding their way on through. They have spotted Sem9, but the shots are all over the place.
Gonna get taken down. You're going down right there. And with the T97, he's gonna get another one. The rest of the DRS, they're pushing up. And Boom Sports maybe can get that elimination. The answer is no, as Vampire also comes into the play from the backside to not only taking down DRS, but Boom Sports as well.
I mean, these fights just continue to flow as we now have BTR rather also stepping to the plate. So Vampire will have a short-lived victory as they've moved in. They got a few eliminations, but now they have to face the music. E-Arena also going to be rotating up along that southern side. So 3 teams now fighting for control of the compound. This Wizard Tower has never received this much love. As you can see, Snape now also just running players all over the place. Tony K going to be hiding in the wing. E-Arena slowly advancing. Optimus with a nice optimal position here. Vampire Esports, ooh, off they go out in 10th place, 4 eliminations up. Tony K taking a little bit of damage, but E-Arena not going to be spreading it out too much.
Come on, Bigatron, you had the full control right there. The grenade that you were throwing at E-Arena, you could have taken them down, but nope. The grenade missed up. Mini screen, you can see still BTR trying to take down the players. Hora Esports on the other side of the Alter Egos. The fight has commenced. Davo, the one and only player remaining for the Alter Ego side. Sem9 is also into the similar situation as a solo player. DRX is on a similar situation as a solo player, but Bigatron, Ryzy pushing up on Nia. Let's see, Nia versus Ryzy. Who's gonna win it over? Who's gonna get it up for themselves? But ladies and gentlemen, as we are heading into almost the final stages of this match number 2, I would humbly request every single one of you to go hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, because it's every single month that we're gonna see the LIDOMA Asia showdowns. There's gonna be season 4, season 5s all around it.
Away instead. Seems like the rotation is going to be the option here. Oh, Sky getting picked up as Snape snipes them out with the AUG, just whipping them out of that vehicle. Now, BTR by Vitality, Bigatron getting ready for the move as they start to push up in the north. Quite a bit of an opportunity here available to them. Good coverage as they now try to find that next approach to take, but of course them and Hura still well without outside of that zone. It's going to be DRX, the next one down. So 7 teams remain. That is all that we have to show for this game. Stage number 5 is going to be coming to an end pretty soon. Now the utility is finding their way all the way down into Federal. It's Hura Esports left with a 2-piece, making so much noise out on the edge here.
Oh my god, the top 7 is going so intense. Another circle shift is also coming in. Hora Esports, a BTR, there's on the backside another name that can potentially take these guys or the BTR down as well. Nofia finally gonna throw a grenade, is gonna push for the player to actually come close to him, but it's a DBS versus S12K and the DBS wins it up. Optimus gets the prime elimination, but instantly he gets obliterated from the backline as AST, Tri-Barrel Messi, makes their way into this itchy third party. There's a 4th party going around as well, as Tri-Barrel Messi also gets taken down. Champions Esports is in the proximity as well, and every single one of these top 7 teams, they're in the small radius of a circle, meaning the moment the circle's gonna start to close up, everybody's gonna be into a very panic mode. E-Arena 456 getting a knockdown. E-Arena 30K getting a Ryzy with the car knockout. Oh my god, it's everyone that's either scattered or everyone that's constantly taking the fight.
I mean, there's one team that's looking pretty good right here, and that is going to be E-Arena, the only squad with a full 4-player roster surviving, and they've not taken too much damage. Those HP bars are looking pretty good at this point. BTR, they had the numbers favoring them, but it has all started to turn around. Down to a duo they go, but they have been able to find 7 eliminations. Now, very spread out. Not quite sure whether or not Federal is going to be able to survive this. Snape also in a very sticky situation. As you can see, the Saints are starting to find their way on through. It is going to be Tony K that will get taken down right then and there. BTR still riding the ridge, still in this fight. They have not settled just yet. Tribe Eremisi rather, just in that center zone, looking pretty good. They also have a full squad up, and they have a strong angle to play off of. But it's all going to ride on whether or not they can actually make that work in their favor. 30K is going to get taken on down as Federal secures their second elimination. And of course, it is 8 overall. Snape getting sniped by that nade as it rains on down. Tribe Eremisi now getting right into the swing of things as they start to fight back, looking to leverage their position against what is left of BTR.
It's going again. Haywire. I see a lot of solos. 2 solos. BTR, Alter Egos. E-Arena has duo. Okay, they might change into a solo in a short while because of the position that they were in outside of the circle. Situation will definitely go not into their favor. But Team Secret, it's happening. A knockdown comes into the play. BTR, E-Arena, 456 gets knocked down as well. There we go. Talking about the solos. E-Arena instantly gets obliterated. BTR gets Mormon out as well. 4 eliminations, and with this, it's all over. BTR having 10 eliminations. Highest in this lobby so far, and not only the highest, but look at the overall ranking on our right side. Not only they have taken off away from Hora Esports and Alter Ego, they have successfully secured more and more points than them. Hora Esports at 67. There's still the possibility of getting that number 2 back for themselves, but they have overtaken Alter Egos completely.
Yep, there could be quite a bit of a leap coming through here from Bigatron by Vitality as they now start to take aim onto Team Secret. Team Secret, though, I like what they've been doing so far, getting more points on board. But you can see now, unfortunately, the aim is just absolutely on point as Federal locks in another spray down. But you got to get ahead of that blue, otherwise those 11 points are not going to sit so well. We want to try and capitalize on good, strong finish here as well, at least within the top 3. Not quite sure if Federal is going to be able to pull that off as they now take so much fire quickly, just trying to dip out of harm's way. At least managing to survive for the time being. But Dockle sending it out, and down they go. Front line approach here. Nuga gonna try and get it done, but unfortunately getting caught with a nade in their hand, trying to ride the ridge, but that will not suffice, as of course we see that fight now getting concluded. RRQ will be the team out in 9th, and now this is where the zone goes absolutely crazy. Boom Esports getting absolutely demolished. 2 players already knocked down as they move against the side of Tribe Eremisi. Rig trying to just survive, ride it out. Not going to be allowed to do that, but they do find a beautiful hit getting saved by Young Gun Galacticos. And that is a very unfortunate position now for Rig to be in, as they will get wrapped up and shipped out of here. Tribe Eremisi out in 8th place with 3 points to their name.
Oh man, that was absolutely crazy. It was like a David and Goliath kind of comparison. And with that, the last bullet, Talon Esports is eliminated off at a number 7 for this map, going in with Team Secret at number 6 as well.
Yeah, the lobby is heating up, and I think it's the right map for that as we are out in the desert. Now, BTR down to a solo. It is going to be Optimus looking to see if they can survive the rest of the zone. But E-Arena now coming into play, as we can see them sitting with 3 eliminations and one of the only few squads still left with all 4 their players in this game. BTR are going to try and patch themselves up. 2 knocks already going through. Razy could potentially be bleeding out right about now, but Young Gun Galacticos still looking pretty confident over on towards that western side of the zone. Nice little bit of a plateau here for them to try and capitalize on. They do spot Yumi up ahead, and it is now going to be full send time as Young Gun Galacticos start to mobilize. They start to move, and the utilities actually getting sent out in a response. That is going to be Yumi all the...
Ooh, I like it. EA's doing so well, getting elimination after elimination. Unfortunately, YG's not looking really good at this point. BTR finally falls. Don't like this mini map. It makes me nervous, you know. But then again, it's also opportunities to wipe out entire squads, get a lot of eliminations in the bag. But of course, a lot of opportunities to put your head on a target as well. And with that, Bigatron by Vitality walking out into the open And with that, PTR, they're actually getting a lot of kills in the bag with Talon falling one after the other towards their hands. Now all that's left is Iraboya, and with that, last bullet, Talon gets eliminated as number 12 by the hands of Bigatron by Vitality.
Yeah, a very...
Up against, you know, they're just gonna have to play this really safe.
Yeah, well, who's also going to have to play it safe is DRX, as they'll get a nice little warm seat in the lobby for the time being. 9 squads remain. BTR are going to be looking to now push a little bit more towards the northern side of zone. Again, going for a very interesting approach here, but Federal, though, is going to lock it in. It is going to be 2 hits coming in at the expense of Champion. Now, Optimus in the building. Gotta watch out for these angles, though. It does find a little bit of damage and gets dropped to their knees. It's gonna be Satar looking to play that last move now as they find a bit of an opportunity here. Champion's already taking quite a bit of a chunk of HP down. And now it is a 1v1 showdown to see whether or not Bigatron by Vitality can claim the last few available points. But it is going to be RRQ now looking to roll on up. And this might be the end of the road for them.
Yeah, there's so many teams in this vicinity, and one after the other, people fall, but Bigatron by Vitality will be saying goodbye. I mean, they have...
Yeah, sometimes a little bit of waiting can go a very, very long way. We see quite a few teams capitalize on that opportunity, moving themselves into position and then choosing the opportune moment to strike. Speaking about striking, RRQ will get one of their players.
I don't think it's gonna be resulting into anything coming up in the kill feed, but right now Voindok is a bit in trouble. I mean, they're doing quite well with 4 eliminations, but they are up in the open field, a little bit nervous with their positions. But that goes the same with Sam9 as well. They're also out in the open. While I was speaking, DRX, somewhere out there, they lost their place in the game. They're down to 10 teams.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but that is the way it goes. Now, Voin Donkey, as I said before, would be great to see them. Yeah, I mean, they've already moved up, right? So I think they are embracing their inner RRQ in this game, deciding, you know what, let's just go. Let's go out, let's go have fun, let's go upset a few teams, and maybe we can still have a great time doing so. But no, we are going to be jumping over on towards Bigatron by Vitality. Kent cooking the nades up, looking to try and get the boom in onto Boom as Federales is on the front line. Gotta watch out for those sprays. Oh, cheeky nade up top. Oh, almost reads it right out the window. And now we've got to be careful with the breach here. Trying to smoke it out, closing the door so the flames don't fight back. But wow, this is pretty scary stuff.
Ooh, Federales gets out with just a sliver of health. I was holding my breath over there. I'm like, Federales. And he survives. And with that, I mean, Boom, they're doing really well holding on to the fortress over here. But unfortunately, they're getting bombarded one after the other. And Boom goes boom by the hands of BTR. And look at that, Bigatron by Vitality. They walk away. They have 6 eliminations so far.
Yeah, Bigatron doing pretty good stuff right here. They are going to be looking to contest for pole position, potentially, or at least get themselves up into second. 1 point currently separating them and Hura Esports. So it is going to come down to the wire. Of course, the placement points will start increasing after 7th place. So if they want to bag a few additional plays, this would be exactly that moment, right? Send whoever else backing and ensure that you can finish strong and steady. Still, 7 squads left. We got Hora, BTR, Vampires, Young on Galactic here on towards that western side. But if it's up to Optimus, they will end them while they're in their prime. Down on the southern side, it is going to be Vampire and Team Secret. Oh, the quick hit is there. On then could definitely lock out this last one. It just got to find the final jump. The shots are in, and there we have it. Vampire Esports will lock in their first and only 2 eliminations for this game. They have only a solo left, so the odds are pretty much stacked against them. Balja coming through here from Champions Esports. Now keeping it to the first. Will they find more? Not getting those knocks in just yet. But Voin Donkey trying to wrap their way around, trying to get back into contention. They want to play for their zone positioning. The utilities are out.
Ooh.
They do find one. Mochi gets picked up. Now, will we see Potato and Razak actually surviving this push, or will they get the jump in on Jiggle?
I love this push coming in from BD, pulling out the RRQ strategy. It actually works out. They take out Jiggle, and with that, the rest of Bora as well. Now we're down to 4 teams, and Voin Donkey, they were 3. They were out in the open. They were just walking around, and somehow, they actually survived, and yet YG just got eliminated off, and now they're part of the top 3. And so with that, C1 is down to 1 player, so they're the team that people are probably gonna expect is gonna be picked up, but unfortunately they get that sniper hit on VD, and now VD is down to 2 players, 1 needing that a revive. And so with that, it's gonna be a waiting game. We're in stage 9 of the circle. That blue's gonna close in. Let's see what happens.
So Balja, the last one left here for Champions Esports, packing a few punches along the way, alongside their lunch. But now Federales and Optimus stepping up for BTR, sending out the nades, sending out the utilities, and looking to see if they can pick up a few easy trades up on the hill. But you got to watch out for Voin Donkey, because they are not going to stand down. They are going to continue to push. They will try to advance the grenades. Getting pretty close, but look at the spray though. Federales locks in 1. Mochi is down. Actually, 2 is down. Now it's up to Razak to see, can they reign supreme? The answer is no. The end is in sight. Voin Donkey go down. BTR and Champion Esports getting ready for the final showdown. It is a 1v2, and Balya is cooking those nades up.
Guys, possible BTR's first winner chicken dinner for this grand finals. Let's see what Balja's gonna say about that, however. I mean, this is 1 versus 2, but still, Balja and Fate do have a chance, even though BTR is pretty much has the numbers advantage right now. The right pickoffs, the right strategy, perhaps there's a chance, but unfortunately, BTR is not making it easy for Balja. Just throwing those grenades, putting a lot of pressure against Balja. It's pretty much a war of attrition with all the resources that both of these teams have. And so BTR, they still have a lot of things up on their sleeves. There is some damage coming in from both sides, but unfortunately everyone's just kind of holding their guns together. But unfortunately, the circle is not going on the favor of Balja. He's forced to move 2 versus 1. And with that, that's the ending. Federales gets the last laugh, and BTR wins their winner chicken dinner, finally.
It was about time. I mean, they
They're just, waiting for the right moment to strike, getting those right angles. And despite the last map, it looks like a lot of these teams are actually taking this pretty seriously. So right now, we're just kind of watching Talon Esports, trying to see if they can try to pick off members of Vampire Esports, and looks like Vampire Esports is actually holding on really well.
I mean, this is a good opportunity for Talon Esports to definitely sneak in a few cheeky points. Vampire, they definitely want to try and hold on as best they can, because remember, they are in the running for the top 5. Coming into this match, they were trailing by 9 points, and they need every single point that they can find at this stage. But we do say goodbye to Voin Donkey ID, as they will be the next team to fall, walking out of here with 1 elimination to their name. Talon Esports still holding steady with the 2-piece. They got to try and bring themselves back up to 3. Horror getting drawn into the fight as they can hear the sprays continuing to rain on down. Oh, beautiful molly coming in. Lazarus getting hit by Reboy, and Talon now look to bounce back. They want to put a stop to the advances for Vampire Esports. E-Arena, though, will have to settle with the points that they were awarded as we now enter placement point territory. It is going to be Talon still keeping up a very defensive and aggressive line against the side of Vampire Esports.
Yeah, absolutely. Vampire Esports still up and running. Talon Esports trying their best to go against them. But both both of these teams are doing quite well already, and so we'll just have to wait and see what's gonna happen at this rate, especially since there's a potential third party in this scenario. Shields throwing in those grenades, sees a bunch of white smoke, but nobody's gonna be there. And I think I see BTR up on the horizon as well, and BTR is gonna be going up against Hora, not just on the lead on the ground as well. And BTR, unfortunately, they're not doing that well. They have a 1 player down, 1 player on the knock, and 2 players still alive, but unfortunately, they're still walking away with only 2 eliminations so far. So, I mean, Horror Esports, they're eliminated with 7 eliminations. That's good, but BTR needs to step up if they want to try to go against Horror.
Well, so far, Hora needed 10 points to catch BTR to just tie with them. And with that finish, only 7 eliminations going their way. And the placement point, it puts them on about 8, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think that was quite enough. But Bigatron by Vitality, their only contenders in this match is Tribe Eremacy. Tribe
Favor and get the winner chicken dinner. But right now, I think a lot of people kind of biting their nails right now, especially with Bigatron by Vitality and Tribe Eremacy, since I mean that previous leaderboard was too close. And right now their number of eliminations are also really close. So with that, you know what? Let's just watch the show.
Yeah, that's all we can do, right? We all just gotta sit and wait to see when it's gonna happen. Bigatron by Vitality, though, they've had a pretty good day. They started off trailing by 22 points behind Tribe Eremacy. Coming into this match, they were trailing by 1 point. Now, they are tied. As it stands right now, both teams are tied on exactly the same amount. So it's all going to come down to which one falls first. Bigatron falls, it goes to Tribe Eremacy. If it's the other way around, Bigatron by Vitality walk away as the victors for this overall event. Ooh, Tricks getting spotted and traded off. Down they go. Can't afford to do that just yet. So no additional responses coming through here from Tribe Eremacy. It is going to be Delta trying to see if they can maybe do a little bit something there with the side of Talon. But now with BTR just hugging the edge of this ridge, they are going to be applying quite a bit of pressure now onto Tribe Eremacy, and they will force their hand. They will have to perform. And to add to that, the zone is getting ready to shift as well.
Yep. Absolute nail biter. Tribe Eremacy, the tides went against them, and now they're down to 2 players. SM9 all the while gets eliminated off from the top 5. Now we're down to 4 teams. Bigatron by Vitality right now, they have the numbers advantage, and they're just pretty much hunting down the rest of these players. Right now, ASC and Talon, they're on equal grounds. They both have a 2-player standing. And right now, it looks like Kent will be falling. I don't know if he'll be able to get that revive in the bag. Boom falls by the hands of Federalis. And so we're down to 3 teams, each having two players on the side of AST, 2 players in Talon. BTR, let's see if they can get... Oh my gosh. Bigatron says goodbye.